Hey, what's going on, guys? Omniarch. Today I wanted to do a video. First off, you'll notice I'm playing Grand Theft Auto 5. I got this about a week ago or so, and it's a pretty sweet game. I've been playing it a lot, and I figured it'd be cool, nice switch up of gameplay. Anyway, yeah. So today I wanted to talk about some urban legends, because that's a topic that's pretty interesting to me, at least. It's kind of just fun to, play with the idea of, oh, what if, or what if this happened, or what if this was real, or whatever. So, yeah. Hopefully you enjoyed the gameplay. I wanted to do gameplay with either Michael or Michael or what's the other, Franklin, but I just did what's his name's first mission after we robbed the jewelry store. Spoiler alert. I'm not being very specific though, so you don't really know what I'm talking about. But yeah, so they're unavailable right now because they're laying low. I really don't like Trevor as a character. He's just a dirty fucking redneck. But anyway, so yeah, so I looked up urban legends online, and here's one that you might have heard of. I had heard a similar story before this, but it wasn't this one exactly. So here, let's talk about this one. It's called Footprints in the Snow. And I've heard one like this, like I said, but it wasn't this one exactly. And so the urban legend goes like this. It involves a teenage girl who was home with her little sister when their parents were out of town. After watching some television together, she sent her little sister to bed and then went back downstairs to watch more TV. Eventually, she got bored with what she was watching and turned it off. Then, she curled up in a blanket on the couch and watched the snow fall through the large sliding glass window in the living room. She had only been watching for a few minutes when she saw a man walking towards the sliding glass doors with deadly purpose. He started to pull something shiny out of his coat, and she dove under her blanket in terror. After a while, she pulled down the blanket and found that the man was gone. She called the police, who immediately rushed over to the scene to investigate. Upon examining the premises, one of the first things they noticed was that there were no footprints in the snow. With the rate of snowfall, they said that there was no way that they could have been covered that quickly. Puzzled, the officers inspected the residence and noticed wet footprints on the carpet leading straight up to the couch where the girl had been sitting. The madman had been behind her the whole time, and what she had seen had been his reflection in the window of the sliding glass door. So that was kind of creepy. One variation that I had heard before was like some kid was staying, home alone. Their parents were gone for the weekend, and it was snowing pretty heavy. And when they woke up the next day, they looked, and right up to the sliding glass door, there were footprints going up to the sliding glass door, and that was it. And that's creepy because that means someone who wasn't their parents, walked in their house, as indicated by the footprints. So that was the version that I had heard, but this one is creepy. The only thing that kind of bothered me about reading this was she sees him and she just goes under her covers thinking he's outside, right? But you find out that he was actually in the house. So when she goes under the covers, how come he doesn't just fucking kill her right there? I mean, it says that he was pulling something shiny out of his coat, which I assume would be a knife or a machete or, something metallic, or could be a gun. It doesn't really specify. Something shiny out of his coat, yeah. So, if he was approaching with deadly intent and pulls something shiny out of his coat, I would imagine he's going to kill her. And, you think she's safe because she goes under the covers and he's gone. But, you find out he was actually behind her in the house. So when he goes under the covers, when she goes under the covers, he's still there. So, that didn't really make sense to me, because when she goes under the covers, he could just cut her, like real quick, just cut her right in the head. So, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I guess urban legends are supposed to be kind of creepy without an ending, really, an unsatisfying ending or whatnot. But, yeah. So, let's read this next one, because we've got a lot of time left. This one's called The Chilling Discovery. So let's get into this one. There are multiple versions of the story, and most of them start with a young college girl who was studying late and thus was spending a lot of time in the library instead of her dorm room. During a late night of studying, she realized that she had forgotten something in her dorm room, so she decided to make a trip back to get it. When she opened the door, she found the room dark, but figured that her roommate was either asleep or out studying like her. Not wanting to disturb her in case she was asleep, she left the light off, grabbed what she needed, and went back to the library. Upon returning to her room, she found her roommate lying on the floor with a slit throat. But the worst part was the message written in lipstick on the bathroom mirror that read simply, "Aren't you glad you didn't turn on the light?" Another version of the tale, there's a woman who lives alone in an apartment with her puppy. She was fast asleep one night when she was awoken by a strange noise. To reassure herself, she reached down to where the pup slept beside the bed and felt it lick her hand. Satisfied, she drifted peacefully back to sleep. The next morning, she discovered that the dog had been hung in the shower. On the floor beside her bed was a note that said, "Humans can lick too." So that's fucking gross. Those two, I don't know why those are multiple versions of the same story, because they're totally different. I had actually heard the one with the dog before. I heard that story a while ago. So, but that's totally different than the one with the roommate and stuff. But yeah, so that's weird. So she must have like walked in the room and he was still there. He had probably already killed her, and he was still in the room when she came in, and then she left and he wrote that on the window or on the mirror or whatever. So that's fucking creepy. But what would you guys do in this scenario? I mean, I don't know if I would be able to like go back to that dorm. I wouldn't be able to live there. Fuck that, obviously. I would try and sue somebody. I would pretty much, try and sue anybody. Hopefully you get a 4.0 for that, right? I'm pretty sure if your roommate dies, they give you a 4.0 no matter what, because of, the trauma of losing the person that you lived with. It'll obviously affect your grades. You won't be able to like study or sleep or whatever, weird shit like that. So that's something. I don't know if that's like a myth or some colleges actually do that. I think I never really figured that was fair. I never thought that was fair, because it's like, you don't know the material. So what if she like if anything, don't charge them tuition for that semester or something. Let them redo the semester or whatever. But don't give them a 4, because like if you're going to be a doctor, you gotta fucking know that stuff. You can't just like get by with, you know what I mean? They can't just give you a 4.0 if you really deserve a 1.2 or something, because you're distraught and not learning very well. So that was weird. I never understood that, but yeah. So I guess we have time for one more. Let's see if this one's short. Yeah, this one's short. Okay, this one's called The Unfortunate Coat Incident. This urban legend begins on a cold winter day with a young couple who were having a christening party in their home for their new baby. The guests started to arrive out of the cold, and as they were welcomed by the hosts, they tossed their coats into a bed that was near the main living room. It just started with a coat or two, but once someone saw one coat, everyone began adding to the pile. Before long, all the guests had arrived and everything was in full swing. The parents decided that it was time to show off their new baby to the guests. After all, he was the guest of honor. So the mother walked over to the bed where she had left the baby, only to scream in horror when she found that her little bundle of joy had been accidentally smothered under the towering pile of coats. Oh my god. I had never heard of that. I never heard of that story until right meow. So I passed the mission. If you're watching the gameplay right here, I just beat that mission. That wasn't a very long one. I was pretty glad. I hadn't played that before, but yeah. So whoever the first asshole was who put their fucking coat down, fuck them, because they didn't watch to see where the baby was, and that one was kind of predictable. I kind of figured that, they're piling the coats on the bed, so what? But then it's like, oh, the baby's probably under there because dead baby. So yeah, that was a pretty predictable one in my opinion. So this next one's called The Gas Station Attendant. It was late and a young woman was driving through an unfamiliar area deep in the country. Her car was old and unreliable, and as soon as she realized she'd had to stop for gas soon if she didn't want to start walking. As luck would have it, she came across an old gas station a little farther down the road. It was an old-fashioned station, the kind with an attendant who comes out to pump the gas, and something about it set the alarm bells ringing in her head. But she knew that she couldn't get much farther without refueling, so she reluctantly pulled into the gas station and asked the attendant to fill up the tank. The attendant seemed nervous as he filled up her gas tank, but eventually he finished the job and came over to the driver's side to get payment. She gave him a $20 bill and he examined it carefully, then told her it was counterfeit. At this point, the alarm bells weren't ringing anymore. They were rioting. The attendant explained that he would have to take her back to his office and call his manager, because the counterfeit would have to be reported to the bank. Once he had convinced her to come with him, he explained that the bill wasn't actually counterfeit. He had gotten her out of the car because there was a man with a hatchet hiding in the back seat. Wow. Good guy Greg right there. So that's kind of that's a good one. Here, I'm getting a haircut right now if you're watching. All the haircut styles are fucking garbage for Trevor. I didn't realize that, but yeah. I was trying to make him not look like less of a dirty fucking redneck, but apparently that's impossible. So here we go with that mullet. Yeah, so this urban legend, ZZ Top, it kind of builds up thinking, oh, like, you know, this guy's gonna fucking take her in the back and rape her or fucking cut her or kill her or something, and, you know, he's just helping her out because of the hatchet dude in the back. So I guess the guy with the hatchet was probably just waiting for her to run out of gas or something, and you know, then cut her up and dump her in the woods or some shit, or just, you know, leave her in the car in the middle of the woods where she ran out of gas or something. I don't know. So the video's winding down now. Thank you guys for watching. I know this gameplay was kind of long, so yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed. If you want me to do more of these urban legend type videos, then, you know, just drop a comment in the comment section below, or like the video to let me know that I should do more of these. So thanks for watching, guys, and I will talk to you later. Peace.